So here we come to a very important part of the program, and it is now my honor to present the Corporate Representative of the Year to an individual who is a fierce and passionate advocate for our Latino community, and especially LULAC. Today we recognize this individual for his outstanding leadership at Toyota, his dedication to the advancement of Latinos, and his exemplary service that clearly illustrates how one person's actions can make a difference and affect so many. This person is a driving force behind Toyota's long-term partnership with LULAC. This individual is a true leader of the Latino community, especially as it pertains to his work to better health outcomes for Latinos nationwide. Outside of his commitment to LULAC's many initiatives at the local and national level, including our very own Feria de Salud program, this individual works with several other partners, including Buckle Up for Life and the Cincinnati Children's Hospital on addressing vehicular safety. This individual embodies the true spirit of a champion and proves it every day as he fights to ensure the Latino community has the resources that we need to succeed. Today, we recognize him and thank him for the fantastic work that he does. Ladies and gentlemen, please, let us give him a warm welcome to the Corporate Representative of the Year, my good friend, your good friend, LULAC's good friend, the Director of Toyota's Hispanic Business Strategy Group, Mr. Luis Rosero. So Luis, hold up your award like that. Just hold it up. There you go. Luis, I want to let you know that LULAC had that award specifically made for you in Monterrey, Mexico.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that one is the first of all of the future ones to come for individuals that will follow you as the Corporate Champion of the Year, but you can say you were the first. It's very well deserved, mi amigo.
Wow, thank you. I am really thankful and humbled for this award and to stand here in front of a lot of friends, colleagues, and peers. Thank you, Roger, and the LULAC Board of Directors for bestowing this wonderful award. I have a great deal of admiration towards this organization because LULAC has been working ceaselessly to ensure the Hispanics community's rights have been addressed, protected since 1929, back when Latinos were barely taken into consideration in the United States. We all know that's different now, right? This time around, because of organizations like LULAC and others, we have an amazing lineup that is here. You just heard from Senator Sanders, and tomorrow you're hearing from another very big name, former Secretary and Hillary Clinton. But that happens because there's organizations like this that makes a difference, and I'm really it means a great deal to me. It's close to my heart. This cause is very close to my heart. But like many of you here, like most of us, I would imagine, I'm the son of immigrants who decided to come to this country over 60 years ago in search for the American dream and a better way of life. That sounds familiar, right? It is, because that's what we're all about. We're all about working hard, making a difference, and trying to establish ourselves for our families in this great country, but never forgetting where we're coming from. So, you know, I was inspired. Anybody in here from New York? Queens, anybody? Anybody? All right. So growing up in Queens in New York, it was a great place to live. But really, it was a place that my parents picked from Ecuador, and they came here about 60 years ago. They still have the same house for 50 years, and it was a wonderful place to live and to work. But the one thing that I really learned was commitment and passion and dedication, and it really wasn't just from school and others, but it was really something that I think all of us hold dear, and that's to family, particularly my parents. I think they all instill a lot of values, and they try to do their best to help their kids have a better way of life. And I could tell you, I'm standing on this stage today because of the countless hours, the countless nights, the overtime, the extra shifts, the dedication from people who want you to do better. And that's why, for me, I've taken it as a personal cause to try to instill and pass that along. I've been blessed with many opportunities here, but I stand here not because of myself. I stand here because of the generation that came from here beforehand. So really, it's because of my parents. And I'm really happy to say that my father, Fausto Rosero, is here with me today. And I'm going to ask him to come and join me on stage, to come up here. Pa, venga, pase acá. And indulge me for 1 minute, because although my name may be on this award, I share it with the many people who have supported me over the years, and I owe an incredible debt of gratitude to my family, my parents, my brothers, my sisters, my wife, my children, but in particularly and I really want to dedicate this award to my father today, because I owe him a debt of gratitude, and I'm standing on this stage here today because he decided to take a journey with my mother many decades ago to come to this country to seek a better way of life. And I like to believe that I'm a good example, and I will promise to keep doing the best that I can to live up to the LULAC spirit, but really to do the best that we can to help our community have great opportunities now and in the future. I'm so thankful for this award. I'm humbled, and I thank you.
I like the tropical music. It is great. Buenas tardes. I'm so delighted and honored to be here today. After having heard the speeches of Mr. Vilsack and Senator Sanders, I'm just going to make brief remarks in order to introduce Maggie Rivera, who is going to receive the award of the Mexican government that is called Othli. So I want to really thank LULAC for the opportunity to present this Othli Award to a very special Mexican and American citizen, Maggie Rivera. My special thanks, of course, to Roger Rocha, LULAC's national president, Mr. Brent Wilkes, national executive director, and of course, to all of LULAC's staff. I think they deserve a very big hand, a very, very, very big applause. The government of Mexico, my government, deeply appreciates the commitment and the hard work of LULAC. And I've been following LULAC for long because I've been Consul General of Mexico in different cities in the United States, and now Ambassador of Mexico to the United States. So I want to continue giving voice as representative of Mexico to Mexican and Mexican Americans in the United States. These days, that voice has to be every single moment sounder and even clearer. Everybody, regardless of race, national origin, or status, deserves to be treated with dignity and respect, and must have opportunities, everybody, to fulfill their dreams and aspirations. LULAC has been a very important partner of Mexico in creating better opportunities for millions of Latino immigrants in this country. Because of this, for the past several years, the Mexican government has asked LULAC Board of Directors to nominate a prominent member of their organization to receive the Othli Award. For the last 20 years, the government of Mexico has bestowed the Othli Award upon Mexicans, Mexican Americans, and other members of the Hispanic community. It is a very important symbol of the strong and unique ties that exist between Mexico and the Mexican diaspora, as well as between those of Mexican origins and the Latino community. The core values of this award are altruism and solidarity. It recognizes leaders that helps to define and clear paths and to promote the well-being of our communities abroad. This is the spirit of the Othli Award. Othli means path or camino in the Nahuatl language. Mr. Rivera, Mrs. Rivera embodies the best qualities of our community: hard work, entrepreneurship, leadership, and solidarity. Originally, she was born in Chihuahua, Mexico, or as the people from Chihuahua says, Chihuahua. Maggie migrated to the US when she was only 8 years old. She came with her mother to join and reunite with her 7 siblings with her father that was here. Maggie began advocating for Latino rights at a very, very young age. She joined community members to request a high school in the Pilsen neighborhood in Chicago and supported, there is some people from Chicago, hello to all of you, and supported the farm workers movement led by the late Cesar Chavez. In 1992, she became a member of LULAC and has been an active organizer since then. Let me say hello right now to Eddie Olmos, my very good friends. I say hello to him. Eddie, it is my pleasure to see you here. Say a big hand to also Eddie. Throughout her career, Mrs. Rivera has demonstrated a strong commitment to her communities both in Illinois and in Mexico. A psychologist by training, her work as a mental health professional and health education have been crucial in breaking down language barriers. It has also allowed the Spanish-speaking population to connect with services available to them in order to prevent and treat mental health problems. Maya's desire to help the community has led to her work with young immigrant population. She has projects for helping high school students and young adults develop computer skills to have better educational and occupational professionals. In her career in community services, Maggie has claimed many other achievements. I would like to highlight her work to develop and implement Proyecto Intercambio, an initiative to foster friendship and cooperation between Woodstock, Illinois, and Guadalupe, Zacatecas. Through this project, Woodstock and Guadalupe became sister cities. Communities in both cities have been working together to raise funds for cultural activities and visiting each other in order to understand better our two communities. The Latino community continues to face many challenges, very especially, in the wake of very recent events. However, no matter how loud the voices of hate and prejudice, we must not lose hope. We must not forget to take time, each one of us, to assist one another, regardless of race, national origin, age, religion, sexual orientation, or immigrant status. Maggie's work, yes, I think it's so important. It doesn't matter the immigrant status. Maggie's work is an inspiration for other LULAC members, advocates, and community organizers who, like Maggie, build bridges of understanding with their daily community efforts, travel their own paths, but continue working to ensure that the road is clear for other members of their community and other communities. For all of these achievements, Maggie, I'm so honored to bestow upon you the Othli Award on behalf of the government of Mexico.
Wow, I feel like I just won the Grammy Award. And in a sense it is the Mexican Grammy Awards. And I am so humbly excited, I can't even begin to tell you. But okay, so I was told I have 2 minutes and 2 minutes only to speak. So here goes my 2 minutes of glory. The first minute, I want to thank all those who made this award possible. First of all, God Almighty, for all the blessings. The nominating person behind this prestigious award, Mr. Roger Rocha, our national LULAC president. Thank you. Thank you for the nomination. The Mexican Embassy, especially Embajador Carlos M.Sada, for believing in me and awarding me such prestigious award to Mexicanos en el exterior. My husband, Jose, for the unconditional support in all of my endeavors, no matter what or how much. My daughter, Jennifer, and son-in-law, Jose Alanis, for following my footsteps and embracing the love for LULAC. My parents for giving me life and giving me the example that is better to give than to receive. To all of my other family involving my LULAC family, thank you for embracing me since 1992. To my best friend, especially Esperanza Gonzalez, who's here with us today, for always supporting my locuras. She's like, oh no, Meg, here we go again, but okay, let's do it. Let's go. Because of Mr. Rocha's nomination and the Mexican Embassy accepting it, I now join the Mexican elites of other Mexicans who have received this award in the past. Some of them among us today, like my husband, Jose Rivera, Blanca Vargas, Marty Castro, to name a few, and those of you sitting here today. I am so humble and honored. Gracias. That was 1 minute. Here's a second. Second minute, I want to spend bragging about myself. No, not really. I'm not going to do that. Solo sigo el mandamiento de Dios, el mandamiento del amor al prójimo, y lo hago con toda la mente, el corazón y mi fuerza. And I remind myself every day that our fate is not in the hands of chance. It is in our hands, and we should not wait for it. We should embrace it. Those who want to achieve great things must dig deep, make sharp decisions, think outside the box, and hold their ground. I don't know the author of these words, but they really do get to me, and I hold my ground. So, my last minute, I want to ask for a moment of silence. Our world is going through so much violence that we need to reflect on that. Today, some of those police officers that were gunned down in Dallas, Texas are being buried. That should have never happened. A moment of silence for all of the Florida LGBT victims of violence. the 43 students of Ayotzinapa, the Black Lives Matter, our U.S. Armed Forces for keeping us safe and giving us freedom. Please, for the cease of all violence around the world, I now ask you to join me, not to only pray for it to stop, but to take action against it in your communities in any way that you can. So please, a moment of silence. Now bow your heads with me and just pray and reflect for a moment. Por el amor y la paz mundial. Gracias. Los quiero mucho.
Good afternoon, LULAC. President Roger Rocha and Executive Director Brent Wilkes, it is a pleasure to address you today as I am a proud LULAC Council Number 2 member from San Antonio, Texas. We are very proud to support LULAC and the stellar work you do to enhance the wellness of the Latino community. You are a star, a caring individual that wants to better the lives of Latinos and all our neighbors. Being involved with LULAC helps people achieve their dreams. I salute you. I've had the honor of serving as the director of the United States Selective Service System for more than 6.5 years. I served directly for President Barack Obama. I am the grandson of Mexican immigrants, and I'm the first child to attend college. As one of the few Latino heads of a federal agency, I want to ensure that I and my agency are a positive role model for others to emulate. We must demonstrate, if given the opportunity for leadership positions, Latinos will succeed. A short message about why my agency partners very closely with LULAC. We must ensure all males 18 to 25, and probably females soon, to include undocumented, green card, and citizens, must register with the U.S. Selective Service System because it is federal law. This registration is tied to numerous federal, state, and some local benefits, which include Pell Grants and student loans, federal job training, government jobs, and United States citizenship. Once you turn age 26, you cannot register. We have this registration requirement in case there is an extreme national emergency and when we need a military draft. You can register online at www.sss.gov or at any United States post office. We also have 11,000 board member volunteers nominated by the governor and appointed by the President of the United States and territories, and the President of the United States throughout our states and territories. In a draft, board members decide certain cases such as conscientious objector status. We are always looking for more Latinos to get involved with our board member program. Please come by our exhibit booth to learn more about us. Now I want to bring up Roger Rocha to award him the United States Selective Service System Honored Patriot Award. Honored Patriot, presented to Roger C. Rocha, National President, in grateful appreciation for your proactive leadership of the League of United Latin American Citizens. Further, your longtime support of Selective Service and its national programs witnesses not only to your patriotic and civic values, but also to the sacrifices of veterans and their loved ones have made on behalf of our great nation. You have made a positive difference for our agency, ensured civil rights for our citizens, and advanced United States security. Signed by myself. Thank you. And thank the veteran service out there, and thank you, Commander Adama.